Hey everybody, it's Richard here with EduData Consulting. I specialize in building custom Google Workspace add-ons for schools to address common workflow challenges. Today we're going to look at Event Manager. Let's get into it. Event Manager puts Google Calendar at the center of every event request workflow. So as an example, I've loaded two different profiles on the screen. The profile on the left is an admin member who has approval rights to event requests, and the profile on the right is a faculty staff member who can submit events or request events. I'm not sure if you knew this, but you can actually build forms outside of Google Forms. So in this case, I've built a form in Google Calendar using AppScript, and we're going to walk through a very simple workflow so you can kind of see how this behaves in your environment. So say, for example, I want to host an AppScript workshop. We're going to do that on July 29th. And it's going to go from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Put my name, phone number. It's automatically going to detect my email address as the logged in user. I'll select the room, the location of where we're going to be doing this workshop, and maybe a brief summary of what we're going to cover. Introduction to AppScript. I'm expecting a small number of people, maybe just 10. We don't need to deal with any parking for this event. And then I hit the continue button. So what's nice about this is I get a summary of what I've selected so far, and maybe I've decided, you know what, I actually need a waiting space for people before they come in. So let me go back. And I'm actually going to add the huddle room as well, and then hit continue. And now it has added another location. So I get all of the info, and then I can make decisions about what type of additional support is going to be needed. Well, I definitely would like IT to be there to help set up the projection and audio. And then I want facilities team to arrange the tables in a certain way, so I'm going to select that option. So with these selections, I'm dynamically building the form that appears on the next page. So I can select all of the relevant pieces of tech support I'll need: audio, video. It's a small enough room, I won't need a microphone. I can just describe what I'm expecting tech to do for me. Set up laptop connection to screen. And then for the facilities team, 5 tables with 3 chairs facing screen. And then I get to the approval process. So who do I need to send this to? I can select from a list that's been decided upon who approves these events. In this case, I'm going to select the principal, who in this demo is this profile over here. So I'm going to select that and submit the event request. I'll get a confirmation that the request has been submitted successfully, and I can see it appearing here in purple on the event requests calendar. So this is a calendar that the entire faculty and staff has access to add things to, which is different from the actual events calendar, which only a few members of the team would be able to add or edit events to. So now that it's been requested, let's go over to the principal's email account, because we want to know, well, how do they know there's an event request out there? So if we go to Gmail, we can see that teacher 2 has made an event request, and it's asking me to review the event below, which is hyperlinked, and then use the add-on to approve or deny it. So let's go ahead and click on it. We've reviewed it. We're okay with this. We're going to use the add-on to approve it. So again, we get another review of the details of the event, and I can click the approve button. Then once it's been approved, something interesting happens. As you notice, it's been removed from the event request calendar. This is no longer a pending event. It's been approved. It's been copied over to the proper events calendar. And now I can see, as the person requesting it, there's an invitation for me, right? So let me first go to my Gmail. And I can see that my event request for the AppScript workshop has been approved. A calendar invite has been sent to the organizer, who can add any additional stakeholders to the calendar event. So the first thing we want to do is definitely accept that event. I guess I can do that through the invitation, through my email. So yes, I will accept that. And now it turns to fill in, and here is where I can actually go in and add other potential guests who may be needed in this at this event. So the other interesting thing is that my support choices, if we go back to the approval notification, they have actually gone to a few other email addresses. These, which we'll look at here in the settings, correspond to either the facilities or help desk, or possibly even a catering email address we've established. So let's look at those settings and notice how only the administrators have access to a settings option to view who's getting what. So if I click settings, I can see that this has been configured with an event request calendar ID. The list of approvers is here, the help desk email, the event calendar ID, the name of the school, any of the locations I want to have listed in my form that appears in Google Calendar, as well as the facilities email address and the catering email address. And this could be adapted to include things like security as well, if that's going to be needed for your event and whatnot. Well, what happens to, for example, other events that are not either on the events calendar or the event request calendar? So if I have this add-on open and I choose something that's actually just on my own calendar that has nothing to do with an event, I'm going to get a message that says the event must be saved to the event request calendar before it can be sent for approval. So all things filter through this event request calendar, which triggers an email notification to the intended person who will approve it. Once it's approved, it is removed from the event request calendar and copied to the main events calendar. And that is essentially the workflow. Now, also, an administrator may also want to export events that have occurred into a Google Sheet. And that option can be done simply by clicking Export Events. And we can select a date range. So let's just maybe go from the 26th of July to August 1st. And we're going to click Export Events to Google Sheet. And now I can open my export, and here I get that Google Sheet listing where I can see all of the events that have occurred on the events calendar, as well as the details and information about that event. So there you have it. This is an event manager workflow. Again, this is a custom Google Workspace internal add-on that I've developed. And for more information on other add-ons I've developed, please check out my website at http://www.edudataconsulting.com. Thanks for watching.